Okay, so I'm not going to spoil the movie, but I lie to you not. And if you've seen the movie, you should know what I'm talking about. There is a point in this movie, halfway through the movie, that if I was the parent in this scenario, oh, the movie would have been over. There would have been no movie. There would have been no movie. There would have been no movie. Movie would have been over 45 minutes in. If you've seen the movie, you should know what I'm talking about. I guess I'm not going to get into crazy details, but that just kind of pissed me off. And I know everybody was already upset that this thing was being remade literally 2 years. Yeah, 2 years after another movie of the same name just came out, and apparently it's a lot better than this one. But then this one ended up getting good reviews, and I got my hopes up, but it just ended up being okay. So let's talk about it. This is Speak No Evil. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and this is my review for Speak No Evil, starring James McAvoy, Mackenzie Davis, Aisling, hopefully I'm saying her name right, Aisling Franciosi, hopefully I'm saying that name right, Scoot McNairy, and it was directed by James Watkins. And our story follows a couple who, on this getaway, meets another couple played by James McAvoy and Aisling Francois. I really don't know how to pronounce her name, but basically they meet this couple and end up going to their home out in this remote villa, wherever. And as they spend more time with them, they realize that this couple, mainly James McAvoy, is creepier than they expected, and there's something seriously wrong with their son, but he can't say anything because he has a condition. And the condition is he got his fucking tongue cut out. But that's the best way I'm going to describe this plot. That's really all you need to know, is that you're dealing with James McAvoy being a crazy guy. It's really all you need to know about this movie, because that's really the only reason anybody's going to see this thing in the first place, is because of James McAvoy. Now, I will say this. Performance-wise, this movie is pretty damn good. Performance-wise, this movie is pretty damn good, especially starting with James McAvoy. You don't even have to watch the movie to know that James McAvoy is the best part of the film. He is sickly, twistedly, mind just grudgingly horrifying at times, man. Not even at times, the entire time. This dude is really good at just making you feeling so eerie and uncomfortable, and James McAvoy is a great actor at the end of the day. Like that's really just what you're going to walk away from this movie saying. You probably walk away from most of his movies saying that. But yes, once again, James McAvoy as a crazy man is one of the best actors in Hollywood. Who would have guessed it? Everybody. But yeah, James McAvoy was amazing. I don't need to keep going in on that. Mackenzie Davis. I love Mackenzie Davis. I thought she did a really good job in this movie as well. Honestly, the person that played James McAvoy's wife, Aisling Francois, I'm just going to call her that. She actually did an amazing job. I thought her and James McAvoy's chemistry was very good. Also, the children in this movie were very good as well. The performances all around were good. I really thought the performances were the strongest point of the movie. As far as everything else, however, now, before I get to what I didn't like about the movie, I do want to say that I have never seen the original Speak No Evil. I should probably do so because everybody says that it's much better than this one. But I've never seen the original one, so I only have this one to go off of. And in my opinion, as far as the story and the plot goes, this thing was just very by the book and very generic. It truly didn't do anything to like shock me. It had no shock value whatsoever. I was expecting some sort of twist, some sort of something that made me like just get even more creeped out than I already was. But the movie just kind of plays out as you see it in the trailer. Like, you're really just watching really good performances, but the movie doesn't necessarily do anything to expand beyond that or just go outside of the box or do more to be more interesting than its characters. Like, I feel like the movie is solely relying on James McAvoy to just carry the entire weight of the cast or carry the entire weight of the story, and then just relies on the other characters to do their part, and they all do their part very well. It's just this movie is not as interesting as I thought it was going to be. Well, I didn't necessarily hate the Speak No Evil trailer as much as everybody else did. It just played way too much in theaters, but every time I watched that trailer, I walked away with the same conclusion that James McAvoy is going to kill it. James McAvoy brought it, and he killed it. Absolutely. But other than that, this movie is just really like a generic play-by-play thriller where, honestly, I feel like you can just guess what happens. And I did see somebody on a TikTok talk about the ending to the previous movie, or to the other Speak No Evil, and essentially she was saying that this version here got Americanized, meaning that it has a happy ending, unlike some, or a good majority of foreign films actually don't. Like, they tell the gruesome, hard truth of what could actually happen in scenarios like this. This got whitewashed, or as I like to say, Americanized. It just really it didn't do anything. It had no shock value. That's the best way I can put this, man. It truly just played it very safe. That's another way I can put it. I felt like this movie played it way too safe. Really could have took some risk, and it didn't. And I don't know if that's because it didn't necessarily want to already keep offending the people who were already offended that this movie was being made in the first place. But as far as a remake goes, like I said, I've never seen the first one, but I feel like I am going to get more from the original movie, so I might as well just watch that, and I'll see how I feel about it. But overall, James McAvoy delivers an amazing performance. Mackenzie Davis is great. Azaleen Francois, she's really good as well. Oh, I do want to talk about the little boy. Hold on, before I wrap this up. Dan Hull, who played Ant. Yeah, he did a really good job. Yeah, I was actually very moved. Not moved, but I was very impressed with his performance, especially with the fact that he's not talking. Everything of his is very physical, and he has to use parts of himself that can't detain a voice. Like, he doesn't have a tongue, so he really has to use he really has to point, use his body in ways to communicate with them, and he does it in very creative ways. He has to use his body in ways to communicate with the other family, but he does it in very creative ways, and he does a very good job. Also, Alex West Leffler, that's the other little girl. The children did a very good movie in this. The children did a very good job in this movie as well. Like I said, the performances are awesome. It's just the rest of the movie is just it's okay. Like, the plot doesn't really do anything too crazy. It truly can go somewhere. It can get more crazier. It just doesn't. It decides not to, and you're just left thinking after the credits roll, why? Why go for a remake if you're not going to go full crazy mode? You got James McAvoy here. Just make him go full crazy. But I guess they put a cap on it. They only let him get so crazy. So overall, Speak No Evil, some people may enjoy it more than I did, but I think it's just okay. And that's mainly because of the performances. But for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give Speak No Evil a 3 out of 5 stars. Okay, guys, so Speak No Evil, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. Look, I really do appreciate it. This is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.